Hey, so this is kind of a serious video because I wanted to vent. I guess that's what they call it these days, venting your feelings out. This isn't going to be a normal occurrence, and I also should mention that this is not like a quitting video or anything. I'm not quitting YouTube or anything, but do want to touch on some things regarding YouTube. These are some, everyone has dark days, I guess you could call them, and I'm having some right now. So I live in this apartment right now. I move out on July 31st. I'm going to university for 1.5 years, and then I'll be done with school, completely done, and I can go out into the world. I'm getting a computer science degree. But I don't feel excited. Like, I don't feel like I'm excited for that when I feel like I should be. Like, when I moved into this apartment 2 years ago, I was excited to do it. I was excited to move in and meet new people and make new friends, and now I'm scared to leave. The people at the college I'm going to, I'm worried that they're not going to share the same interests as me, and I feel like I want to be friends with people who share the interests that I have outside of my schoolwork, I guess. And I feel kind of lonely right now, a little lonely. There's this one, when I moved into this apartment, I made a few friends, and then I moved in. One of them had to move out because his dad's kind of a dick and wouldn't pay his rent for him. So I don't see him as often anymore. And I moved in with my other two friends, and I'm still on good terms with them, but I feel kind of... So what happened was one of them got this crazy girlfriend last September, and she basically almost ruined our entire, like, apartment dynamic. She sexually assaulted me twice, and she was so manipulative that she convinced my roommates to not think it was a big deal, and that went on for a while. And there's a piece of me that hasn't forgiven them for that. I feel lonely because I don't feel like I can trust anyone. All I've done this whole semester, all of my classes have been online, so I've just been sitting in my room all day doing work and browsing the internet and nothing else. I want to hang out with my roommate, but like he never wants to hang out anymore because he doesn't feel like it. I lost my two high school friends in a few years back. They cut ties with me without explaining why. I worked so hard for 4 years. I tried everything I could to show them that I cared, and they just abandoned me. And that doesn't feel good. A couple of years ago as well, after they ditched me, I made a video. I think it was a little before they ditched me too. I made a video where I talked about how lonely I was, where I was just sitting out in the snow and talking into the camera. It was a long video I made a long time ago, but this video kind of reminds me of that. Another thing I wanted to talk about. So, I met a person recently. I'm not going to talk about who this person is, or because I want to respect their privacy. But they started talking to me. Like, they made the effort to talk to me. And I have autism, so, and people rarely go out of their way to talk to me. So when someone does, I feel like I owe a debt to them. I feel like they're gonna be my friend, and I want to make that work. I feel like I have this eternal devotion to people who go out of their way to show kindness to me, to some extent. One of the biggest example of this for me is in around 2020. I wrote a letter to this family that my family knows. They're like family friends of ours. I wrote them a letter in late 2020 to show them I was just, hoping they were okay during the pandemic and stuff, and how I was a little lonely. And they wrote me back. And that was really nice of them to do that. But then I kept writing them letters back and forth, and later on I wrote specifically to one of them. But over time, they kind of stopped writing me, and it kind of hurt because I didn't want to lose that connection. I felt like I owed everything to them. And, yeah, feels kind of bad. But anyway, this person I recently met, I'm afraid to leave them because I'm going to college. It's not going to be far away. I can still come home whenever I want, but I also am scared to leave the place that I work because that's one of the only places where I feel like I've belonged in a long time. I've worked there for almost 3 years now. I've had my ups and downs there, but I've always loved working there, and I'm kind of scared to leave that behind. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on is that I want to find a romantic partner in my life. I want to marry a woman, and I want to have a wonderful life with kids and stuff, but dating is so hard these days that I wonder if it's kind of impossible, because no one really goes out of their way to interact with each other anymore, so, like, they're all on their phones and stuff. I know I shouldn't be saying that as Gen Z who uses their phone a lot, but, I'm not making eye contact with the camera because I read from a script. This isn't a script, but it's like a general list of ideas of things I want to talk about. Oh, fuck, I have a bloody nose, god damn it. Anyway, I have a bloody nose, kind of ruined the video. But, the last thing is, I wanted to talk about is, ever since the age of 7, I've been so into video games, movies, music, pop culture, and the internet for most of my life that it's kind of all I know. Like, it's part of the reason I'm doing a computer science degree, because computers are something I'm good at. But, yeah, this pop culture stuff is all I know. And, or video games, movies, music, all that stuff, it's all I feel like I care about. If you look behind me, I just have a wall of, like, figures and, like, stuff, and, it's like I've forgotten to care about the things that really matter in life. Because, I want to become a more interesting person to people, but, I don't know if that's possible with all the... at this point, I wonder if it's too late to change. I know I'm really young, but it feels that way. Speaking of which, the old me, like the person that I used to make a lot of videos I used to make on YouTube were really edgy. Like, one of them was, I made a video titled, "Do Girls Play With Their Boobs? I'm Asking," which is kind of funny, I'm making a joke, like, wondering if girls play with their breasts. But, that edgy phase of my life is kind of over. Like, that isn't me anymore. Like, I don't feel... I feel kind of jaded and lost right now. I feel, like, just empty. Not saying I'm quitting YouTube, because this is like a hobby of mine, but it's part of the reason I haven't been making videos as much since late 2023 is I don't know, it's just kind of not who I am anymore. Yeah, we all have dark days. I do have some things I'm excited for this summer. I'm going to see an old high school acquaintance of mine and hang out with him, so that'll be fun. I'm going to go see Linkin Park again. in New York City in July, and that's going to be fun. But yeah, we all have dark days, and I'm feeling some right now.